Well, guys, we made it to Sleepy Hollow. So if you want to check it out with us during Halloween time, tag along for the ride. We're going to scope it out.
All right, so welcome to Sleepy Hollow. It was so cool to see because there were so many decorations. This is a town that loves their Halloween, but before we got into the shopping, we had to get a bite to eat and we went into Horse Feathers.
Oh, this place was amazing. Look at the ambiance, all the orange, the fall decor. I mean, this really made you feel at home for Halloween.
Yeah, we actually got this recommended by our hotel. They said, this is a place to go, and it had a little bit of everything. And I want to just take a moment to show the menu. They had some fall specials, but just even outside of that, there were a lot of great, just fun things to have. I mean, it's sandwiches, pastas, they had dinners, a whole smorgasbord, I like to say, of different items.
Yeah, and dining experiences are very important when you're trying to get that inclusive destination kind of feel. And I felt like this was just the best choice possible to really make you feel at home in the village of Sleepy Hollow and right in the backyard of Washington Irving's The Headless Horseman.
And, too, if you can find a place that offers a lot of different things and at reasonable prices, I mean, that's always a plus. But
the food was great, too. I mean, we had a fantastic meal, so can't complain whatsoever. Plus the ambiance, being in the heart of Sleepy Hollow, this place was awesome.
yeah, there was so much to choose from, and we're going to go ahead and show you a little bit of everything. We wanted to get a little beverage, and I chose the apple cider mimosa. I figured, as I'm looking at some of these great vintage blow molds that you'll see kind of throughout, I'm spotting tons of decorations. Here was a drink, and it was actually pretty good.
It had some bite to it. It was strong, but it was good.
Yeah, so if you had mimosas, I've had that before, but this was a little bit different with apple cider. But check out my grilled cheese sandwich. I just, we don't always show our food, but we felt like it was a good time to do so.
Yeah, those wedge fries were really good too. Those were awesome.
But, after we kind of checked out, we're like, all right, now we got to go walk off that good meal. And
That's right.
we decided to go mosey down the street. And again, this right here was a funeral home. But look at even just a local funeral home, how much they decorate.
Yeah, the attention to detail and decorating is just amazing here.
I love the big skeleton right there. And then they had just so many, I think they had a witch over there. I mean, it was very detailed. And this was not the only place that had a lot of decorations.
No, you saw this pretty much every street you kind of walked on, whether it be side streets or the main dragway. But I mean, there was tons of Halloween everywhere.
We went into Bella's Boutique, and this was such a cool shop. So this had a lot of different souvenirs. So if you're in the area, you're going through Sleepy Hollow and you want to find maybe that gift for yourself to take home, a gift for others, it had a lot of that. So really great books that you can see right here. I love the classic books. And then they had a lot of the Sleepy Hollow signage. They had magnets, mugs. I love the magnets right here.
Oh, yeah, these were great.
And stay tuned because at the end of the video, we're going to show you some of the items that we ended up taking home out of our day out of Sleepy Hollow. But as you can see, there's tons of different merch. If you're looking for Headless Horseman, you're in the right spot because there's a ton of it here.
Pretty much every storefront, every, confectionery, every restaurant, everything has the Headless Horseman.
I love this right here, the ornament. So if you have a spooky tree or even just, hey, even put on your Christmas tree. They had that little ornament. They also had some great mugs right here. But as we kind of headed out, we wanted to also look at the history of Sleepy Hollow. And I mean, even the building right here, this church, I thought was just beautiful architecture. And yeah, you don't see that everywhere. This right here, I think you featured in your last video when you went to Sleepy Hollow. So this is where, it was private property, but they just had, look at this, a pink pony club.
Some creative decor there. I love it.
And if you're looking to kind of know where you're at, so Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow are right next to each other. I mean, literally at one footstep, you're in Tarrytown. The next one, you're in Sleepy Hollow. So you kind of follow along the main dragway. And then you can kind of go down each main downtown. But as we're going, look at this guy right here chilling out.
All the locals are totally embracing Halloween, whether it be on their storefronts, their personal property. I mean, there was just decorations everywhere, which made us feel quite at home being Hallowmaniacs, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like this guy right here. And then here was another, I love the architecture.
That's old building, yeah. Super cool.
Yeah, as we went further, like in our trip, we did go to Salem, and it's just so beautiful. I love the East Coast architecture. This was a very fun shop. So this had a little bit of vintage and modern appeal to it. So, it was right across, I think, from a school. And then I fell in love with this hoodie right here. So I love this, the Sleepy Hollow. And then when you kind of zoom in, you can see heads will roll.
Yeah,
I just
like
thought that was funny. But they had a lot of the clothing was downstairs, but they had a lot of candles, jewelry. I mean, you name it. Again, there's a lot of different, you can see cards, so many different things to look at and choose from. So we took our time downstairs. We were definitely in the mood for looking for, I wanted that hoodie up there. And, you know, they had just some great other merchandise here. So they had t-shirts too. I like this Happy Halloween one right there.
I like that.
With the pumpkin and jack-o'-lantern on it. This is a nice one too. So again, a lot of Headless Horseman decor. But then as we went out, Headless Horseman wasn't just on t-shirts. It was on windows.
Anywhere
it was
and everywhere, exactly.
But so much, and we kind of kept moseying around. There's a lot of different shops, specialty shops, and, you know, each store, you know, you could see here the witch was on the window right there. So just was very inviting and welcoming to come in and just put you in the mood. Did a great, I like this, a Cube Inn, which was a Cuban food restaurant.
Good play on words there. I like that.
Yeah, and then, you know, the skeletons, the decor was all in the shops and dining restaurants as well. Here was a little sweatshirt Halloween, and I love that vintage decor. And one of the great things is each store had a ton of, like, their storefronts were pretty good and pretty amazing.
Really decked out. And if you guys have never been to Sleepy Hollow before and you have the chance to go, highly, highly recommend it, especially during the fall time. And as you get closer to Halloween, you're going to get even that more festive Halloween atmosphere.
This was a danger shop.
Oh, this was awesome.
Two people that have been doing keto for a while, and we kind of said, we're going to take a break for this trip and enjoy it, enjoy life. And there we found a little sweet shop. They had ice cream, and they make their own ice cream in the shop.
So it was fantastic too. Did we enjoy it?
Yeah, I know. But then they had also, you know, some other great just decor in there. I mean, lots of little sweets, and they had pies, cakes. Definitely check them out. But then again, that gave us more reason to keep continuing walk, and we went and found some other great shops right here. So look at that right there with all the spider webs.
I love it.
I like this is like Alice in Wonderland to me. I don't know, the black and white pumpkins with like the mix of pinks, purples, and
just be happy and smile. That's a good message for everybody, every day of the year, but especially during Halloween time.
Yep, you know it. Then this was a very great shop right here, and one that I just adored and loved.
Yeah, this was awesome. They've got that vintage looking jack-o'-lanterns right here.
So all Bethany Lowe products. I mean, and you know, I'm always on the lookout for Joanna Parker, Bethany Lowe, and these like paper mache pumpkin repos were just amazing. So
yeah, the vintage inspired stuff is super cool. You know us, we gravitate towards that type of stuff.
Here was they have the stickers on the bottom. They have also the tags, and will have like the designer name on them, but they had the smaller ones, the larger ones, and yeah, I love them. I had a hard time choosing like a favorite, and I love the little choir boy.
The choir boy, he's a classic.
Too many. It's just I love the green bottom on that, and they look like the original ones. So
yeah, they really do.
Very close. But they had just a lot of great things in this shop. You can see right there. Kind of almost looks like, was that Fiji mermaid?
Yep.
Kind of looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
It does.
These ornaments were really amazing. I love the clown one and the Frankenstein. So those were tempting to get. But again, I'm always so afraid it's going to break. But I love those and the colors on them. That clown, just something about it. It was really cool.
Perfect for a Halloween tree if you have one,
Yeah, and Wolfman right here. So a lot of great. I think they were $18 each. So those are really great finds and would be great souvenirs if you're looking for that to take home. But again, here, look at, again, the history. Christopher Columbus. There's a lot of different statues and more decor right here. So
yeah, these guys really know how to get in tune with Halloween year round. And, I was here in the springtime from a very much earlier video that I had done and put together, a very quick hit video. But this truly got you in that Halloween feel. I mean, it was fun the first time, but this was spectacular with the timing.
It's even amazing to just see how much like the Headless Horseman's on their street signs. You just saw it was even on their fire trucks or police cars.
It's branded everywhere.
It is. And this was I think this was one of the coolest kind of setups with animatronics right here on the street. So they even had the Headless Horseman right there, and it was motion activated, and look at that creepy little clown. But so many great just decor. I mean, even if you're not in the mood to buy anything, you just want to go walk the streets. I mean, you're going to see a lot of different things during the fall season.
Yeah, this place is the real deal. Just stuff everywhere, in the windows, in the storefronts, on the side streets, all the decorations. totally, definitely blew our expectations away.
And if you're in a good mood to get a good book, definitely stop at the Sleepy Hollow Bookshop. Lots of good finds and reads there.
Also, some great historical sites that you're going to find. Phillipsburg Manor, mentioned to have some inspiration behind the legend of Sleepy Hollow and Ichabod Crane, so definitely check this out too.
And right across from that is also the legendary Sleepy Hollow sign here that you'll see in a moment. But so many great historical places to see, great shops. But stay tuned because we are going to go ahead and hop into our shopping haul and show you some of the great finds that we took home from this lovely day's trip.
And there was some great things that we had to have add to the collection, so hopefully you guys will enjoy them.
All right, guys, so we are going to get into the shopping haul here in just a moment, but we wanted to go ahead and give a shout out because we got 2 letters to our P.O. box.
We get a mail day, so thank you to both of our subscribers that sent us these packages. We're super excited to kind of open up and see what you guys sent us, and by any means, we never expect anything whatsoever. It's just very nice of you both, so thank you so much, and we really appreciate you both. And already love this right off the bat. The vintage Halloween kind of card here with the witch on the broom with the black cat and the moon. This is super cool. This is definitely down that vintage alley that we both love, and super excited to kind of see, what it entails here. So just kind of flipping open the card. Aww, this is awesome. So here are a few old German die cuts I thought you might like. Oh, these are super cool.
Thank you, Heather. This is so cool.
Thank you. Dear Steph and Joe, thank you guys for such an awesome channel and the prizes. I hope you both have an amazing Halloween and continued success with Halloween hunting in your channel. Love, Heather Manning. Oh, thank you so much, Heather. This is so sweet. So really cool. And man, those are really cool die cuts. Cool. I love that.
I love this. These are finding a home in the curio.
Absolutely. This is super cool. And Heather, thank you so much for taking the time to drop us a note. And, more than anything, we appreciate you. You've been one of our first and most loyal subscribers. I know I always see your comments on our videos, and we really hope that these videos bring you some joy and happiness and Halloween that everybody here shares and loves.
Yes, and that little postcard was like eye candy too.
Oh, man.
The Hallowmaniacs. So thank you so much
awesome.
again. We really appreciate it.
You're the best. Okay, the next package we got is from Abraham, and Abraham writes in and says, "Hello, I'm a do-it-yourself amateur filmmaker. I want to share these short films with you guys. They're strange, quiet, creepy, and made for the thrill. I shot these short films with a cheap camera to give them a gritty, not clean look. Feel free to keep this DVD for your collection and to watch during this upcoming spooky season." And I love the jack-o'-lantern on here. Thank you so much, Abraham. This is awesome. So we will definitely tune in and kind of watch some of these short films. Super excited to see what you've come up with for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's so cool that you have this as a passion and that you trust us enough to watch it and share it with us. So thank you so much, and major kudos on the little jack-o'-lantern right here. We
Good
love
touch
it.
There. And thank you for the card as well, the Happy Halloween card as well with the ghost on that. Very, very cool. So we'll definitely tune in, and always it takes a lot to put yourself out there to put together some content and short films, and I'm sure they're absolutely phenomenal, and we can't wait to watch them. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much again. All right, guys, so we are going to get into the shopping haul. What do you think, Mr. Jack-o'-lantern here? I think he wants to too. So this was such a fun time. We had a blast. It was my first time in Sleepy Hollow, Joe's second time, and this time he actually got to go do some shopping with me, and we're going to show you what we took home. So the first item actually came from the Sleepy Hollow bookshop, and of course you can't go to Sleepy Hollow without
purchasing a copy of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving.
So this is a great find. Surprisingly enough, we had not had it in our collection, and we're like, we're here, we got to have it.
And it's one of my favorite tales too, so it's almost wrong to not have a copy of this. And now that we've been there, we're super excited to add this and kind of put on the bookshelf and keep growing that spooky tales collection of all these cool novels and short stories and all this really cool stuff. Okay, so these items came from Bella's, and we had to take home a classic Headless Horseman Sleepy Hollow magnet. So I thought this one really summed up, the pinnacle of the story where he's going after Ichabod Crane and raises that jack-o'-lantern on horseback. And this is just an awesome magnet. So I thought this would be a really cool touch. And then the other item we ordered, of course, is a ornament. So
It's a funny name.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool play off words. I like it. And it's a cool Headless Horseman ornament, which you can put on your Halloween tree, which we will definitely do for this year.
All right, so this item came from the Swan's house, and this, oh, we fell in love with it. It is a Bethany Lowe design, and it has just, it's that classic choir boy paper mache bucket look, and I fell in love with it. My bucket list is to get an authentic one from like the 30s or 40s, but in the meantime, I love these throwbacks. I mean, these are just precious to me, and has a little cutout and definitely that choir boy look to it. So
that classic insert. So you see this one a lot, and it's one of the probably oldest and most collected versions of these old jack-o'-lanterns.
And if you are ever maybe in an antique shop and you're ever questioning it, and I've said it before, but just so you know and you're aware, repos and things like this will have like a flat bottom. If you do have a real true one from like the 40s, you're going to see kind of like a circular indentation, kind of where like you see the two stickers right there. That's where they use the mold for those. So just in case if you're ever there and you're not aware and you're wondering, is it a repo or is it a true one from like the 30s and 40s? So, but we love this. This is amazing. And this is going to find a good, happy place in our home. And of course, the little choir boy had to have a friend, and another Bethany Lowe. This one was one, I think, that spoke to Joe on this one, right?
Yeah, I really like this one. I like the larger size. I like the insert with the facial design on this one, and I just thought he was super cool.
I love it. I mean, especially after Joe was looking at it, I could tell he really liked this one, and then I'm like, I love that little, it's kind of like a menacing little face here. The choir boy has like the sweet little face, and I feel like this one, there's something sneaky about this guy right here, but I think he is adorable. All right, guys, so that was it for our haul. Again, like I said, we had a wonderful, fantastic time in Sleepy Hollow. I'm already thinking in my mind, planning when the next time we can go.
Absolutely. I mean, it was just super cool to walk the streets of, where the tale of the Headless Horseman originated from, where the inspiration came from. Washington Irving's, residence just down the block in Tarrytown. So just super, super cool to kind of go back to where it all began.
And stay tuned. So if you love Sleepy Hollow, I mean, for our 31 days of Halloween, this is not going to be the only Sleepy Hollow adventure. I think we're going to have probably 2 more. We're definitely going to do a little bit more with the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And also there's a great event. I don't want to spoil anything, but it is all lit up jack-o'-lanterns. It is fantastic. So there are going to be some more Sleepy Hollow adventures, as well as maybe even a little Salem adventure. So,
Ooh.
Yeah, so the Hallowmaniacs have been traveling.
We've been busy.
But no, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you again, Abraham and Heather. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah,
and
you both rock. That is super, super thoughtful of you both. So thank you so much for taking the time to drop us a line and send us some cool stuff to open up. Really, really appreciate that. And again, it's never expected at all whatsoever. We do this for our own enjoyment and for you guys because we love Halloween and we know you guys love Halloween too. So thank you so much for thinking of us though.
And remember to always
stay spooky.
Ooh. Trick or treat.